must engage the darkness. If you are going to regain the memories lost to you, you must stay strong.
A lone child's presence does not bode well for the circumstances.
No one can pass.
And inquisitive. It will be difficult.
Well, that's just perfect.
But try to remember. You are never alone.
Welcome everyone to Beckoned Development Weekly Stream, episode 70. And Beckoned is a epic JRPG that is developed by me and my older brother. The prototype is free to play on Steam now. So if you guys want to go there, download it, check it out. Let us know what you think in the discussions. Put it on your wish list. And guys, welcome to the show. So I do need to send our buddy Joe the link. Dwight said he wouldn't be in tonight, so sorry about that, guys. Let me throw up some music here like we usually do. Hopefully it goes through. Let me throw us over at Joe, and we'll get started. Okay, and Joe said he'll be hopping on in a bit. All right, so hi guys, welcome. So we have got some stuff going on. Of course, I'm moving right through all the thumbnails for this. I've got completed. I've just got it all masked, so you can kind of see the ghost images. But I've got it all done, so I'm going through and doing a value pass. So just adding some shading and texture. That way, when I send it over to Joe, he can see what I see, and then we can go in and edit the crap out of it and pull things out. But let me say hi to everyone in the chat. Kalish Bob's here, yeah. Reese is here, yeah. Debbie Olsen's here, yeah. Richard Wasshead's here. What's up, bud? All right. Yeah, like I said, Joe should be showing up a little bit later. So I'm going to just keep working into this. The other thing is I've got the script written out all the way to where we're at here. So I've got the letters and all that hidden too. So I'm not getting anything away. Oh, what's up, Noah? Hello, D. How are you doing, sir? Bangering, guys. So yeah, just doing a light pass over all my stuff. Again, I can get into all the, hey, this is not really the right process, but you guys are kind of used to that now. So here we are again. Just kind of, if you just dropped it in, I was just telling everybody how trying to get a light pass gone through that gives texture to everything. And then I can send it off to Joe and he can see what I see before we chop it apart and rearrange stuff. Now, the other question is, all the time you put into all this could have been put towards that. Well, technically it is. I'm just making a lot more marks and attempts and getting to know it a lot more. There's no reason to try to rush into this, but I want to give it every aspect of perspective I can. Even if it means if I have to go back and redraw a page or take a panel out, at least I got this version or this quick way, because I don't want to lose any of the inspiration that brought me here in an editing phase before I can get the idea out. And the argument would be, well, that's why you do thumbnails, and you do them quick, and you don't waste time. Yep. Yep. So here we are, and that's all what's happening. So what we got? Oh, what's up, Frog G? How you doing, dude? It's Fractal Friday, baby. At least we're keeping the themes going. Yeah, I was telling Joe I do want to do a promotion show like Art Bros on this channel. So I got to get some ideas on schedule and themage, so I then wonder if Dwight will be able to make any of those shows. I know Friday he likes because it's right there at the end of the work week, and he works some pretty demanding hours. All that electrical programming. But yeah, so this is what I've been doing, and we were planning to have something announced tonight, but yeah, we're on it, guys. You'll know. I'll make a post of it if we get it set in by tomorrow or Sunday. If we get it set in that early, I'll just make a post about it or send out an email to everyone that backed. So yeah, but we got something happening for you guys. And again, as a thing, if you have not received your funding back or return, let me know. I'm supposed to try to get a hold of them to figure any of that stuff out. But from what I understand, everyone got their returns. So, but yeah, man, indie comics going nuts. John Mayland going hot, going heavy in the paint, dude. I'm sitting here trying to go, okay, I've picked up a cover job for Phoenix. I don't want to talk about it too much until we're 100, but I've already got, it sounds like we're pretty 100. Or not for Phoenix, I'm sorry. Smiley, Bandito. But like I said, don't want to say too much unless he's cool with me talk about it. But yeah, I got a cool little thing to run there. And then he pulled me over into Phoenix, and Phoenix was looking for another cover a cover artist too, but it's a little early, he said. But yeah, definitely be interested. So I'm like, whoo, picking up some extra work. That's awesome. The other job was cool, though, with Smiley. He's got a cool idea. And then I'm supposed to be getting a little miniature Star Circuit bike in the mail to try to do a test paint job on it for Joe. Got all the materials. Eat your heart out, Jazza. Nah, I'm just joking. You cool, dude. So, how's everybody's Friday going to be? Hoping it's going to be good. Wonder if Bancroft's going to have anything interesting happening. I've been trying to drop into a lot of the other streams. My problem was that I followed everybody on my one YouTube account and not the official Zade Studio account. So I'm having to kind of backtrack and refollow everybody. I've been missing a lot of shows. I always love learning new stuff or see what people's expectations are. But yeah, Coach Mayland episode that kind of got me yeah, right, yeah. So I'm motivated to be putting out some cool stuff. And then, so funny thing. I hope he doesn't mind me talking about it. I'm sure he doesn't. But on Well, okay, just for the sake of it, I won't. No, why not promote it? The Lucian, we had a guest on Art Bros, Bancroft. Talk about him a lot here. Mention about it. It's all mostly in jest, but they have a version of his comic that isn't perfect. Like it's like the first edition with, he calls them crab claw hands or something similar to the such. But like there was a lot of art issues that over the time he's been going back and perfecting, which is noble and good art discipline. But the community has such a fun time with it that it's a version. And then Joe's been was talking about doing like the artist version and stuff of Star Circuit. I'm like, what the heck is this? And then I'm learning about ash cans, and I'm going, okay, all right. Learning all this stuff. What can happen when I start designing, the Indiegogo campaign? What am I going to be bringing to the campaign as far as like all of this extra stuff? So kind of going these value passes also kind of makes me feel like, by the end of it, because guys, it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool with the value pass. But as you see, it's got this messy, scribbly. Joe said painter. Oh, you're going for a painter style, are you? I said, no, just for this value pass. So what's in my head is clear in your head when you come back at me with a little bit of like, hey, work on this, pull this out. This doesn't flow well. And now I'm starting to sound like a broken record for you guys. So excuse me for that. But yeah, thanks for all G. Smash it. Like button. Subscribe. Congratulations. What's up? Ginger root. Yo, it's ginger root hands. Right. I'm thinking crab people from South Park. Crab claws. But yeah. Other than that, guys, because on this show I told you guys that when Joe got his Star Circuit campaign ended, I was gonna have this comic ready and at least lined out and ready for final render. I almost got there. Just a little fun pressure for me to put on myself to kind of make sure I sit down and do this and get it all cleared out. I mean, Noah was there trying to get these spikes poking out in a certain direction. So as much as it looks like it's getting lost with all of this, when I go in and add the highlights after my final dark passes, it should make it pop more and get all those spires pointing at the character. Oh, and again, because of those lessons you guys told me, like when it made sketching out the end or like the later half of the book so much easier, design wise, keeping that in mind. And as it is, of course, it all is bound to change. But it made it fun to explore trying to tell this, this little story, this quick little guy having a bad day at work. It helped crystallize some of these ideas that I've had. Like, again, this isn't a new thrown together story. It's been, this chunk of it has been something that has been kind of unsaid in the game. We plan to have talked about it or mentioned it. So it's kind of cool to come back into it because we've all talked about it, about this event. We know what it is. So to see it actually come into a comic book form is pretty cool. Yeah. Man, Bear, Pig is real. Yes. Yes. Dude, the Stick of Truth game is so funny. And I recently received a copy of The Fractured But Whole. Still funny. I think the original one's funnier. But the battle mechanics in the second one are really cool. The movement. But I don't know if the jokes hit as hard. Yeah, right. But sorry, you guys know how I get. I'm not like I could just talk about values and what I'm kind of doing here. It's a kind of an assembly line. So I put down a layer, bring down its opacity, and then throw down a single color pass or value across the whole image. That's only because I'm doing all these very organic shapes and trying to keep the flow and the lighting. It looks like a lot, but really you see it's me scribbling one layer, now my third layer that's creating all this. So after this third layer, I'll go in and do a highlight layer, but it looks like I might still have to do maybe one more layer. Cosplay is Kenny. Princess Kenny. Princess Kenny. Now, I'm supposed to grab that character out of there and turn this one into the other character. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm changing my line work that I had on other things. So, yeah, and these kind of anomalies are going to happen because I'm not here. You know what? We'll turn those off. How about that? Still happening? Okay, I got another layer under here. Sorry. Okay. Shouldn't happen now. Okay, and then I know his beardy beard is different. Okay. Do. And dude has different sleeves from the shoulder all the way down as well. So come up there and get rid of that weird shoulder. And they're both wearing these loaded cowls. Uh-oh. We're supposed to do that. Yeah. So we're making one character turn into the other just for the sake of these. No monkey feet. What was wrong with me? I'm supposed to be practicing. More monkeys. All the monkeys I could draw, I got to draw monkeys. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. Monkey versions of favorite video game characters. I don't know. I was talking about doing pixel art of some more fan stuff with that AR orangutan. So I don't know. I just want to see it. I mean, it's not an AR, so I mean, I guess it could be, but ER. And like, what would be his enemy too? I haven't I think people have talked about certain enemy types, like the Bogans, but it's also kind of indiscriminate, you know. So until we get some sort of idea of where they're wanting to go with it, still a fun little sprite GIF might be pretty funny. So without moving this to the left a little bit, kind of doesn't with a little leg and a little long. I mean, he's supposed to be stepping up some stairs, so maybe it's I'll check all that. I might find it while I render, because without the torso detail, it's kind of hard to line up your groins and your hips. I mean, you can go straight under the head. That's what it is. It wasn't that it need to be moved to the right. It need to be tilted from the ankle to the right. Possibly. Let's see. It looks more like a step, but like a lunge. I'm going to work with it. Like I said, I'll be checking it. And Joe and Bud would not let me down. And Bud's going to be one of the people I send it to have him check it. I swear that guy's anatomy is old school knowledge, old school book knowledge, actually sculpting and feeling it and learning it. So I'll be sending it to him too, to go through and see what he thinks, art-wise. Make sure all my clavicles are right. In fact, he's been trying to call me for the past few days, and I've been reclused. I tend to do that when I got art projects. Just kind of work, and that's basically my plans through the days. I got to find a way of charging my PlayStation controller. I was trying to get back into some Final Fantasy VII Remake because I haven't played it in a few months and so close to beating it in hard mode. And my controller's having issues charging. It could be the cords. I've overused those cords like crazy. Oh, Resident Evil 4 VR's coming out for the Oculus. I remember playing that on GameCube. Oh, I gotta get rid of that little guy down there. Oh, and apparently there's news that if you still have a PlayStation 3, PlayStation 1 or any of that, and you've been buying the games on their digital stores, they're going to be closing their digital stores, I think, soon, if not already have. Sorry, I'm bringing that to you guys late. But yeah, if there's any of those old games you want to have working on those systems, they're telling everybody, better go get them now. That's why I advocate buy physical copies as much as possible. I hate it when they tie it behind like updates and stuff. So it's like it still needs to log in to play. I don't know too many like single player games that do. It almost seem like no reason unless you're having to sign into an account. And somehow I feel like I think that's a thing. Something I've even dealt with. Game's not coming to my head immediately. I want to say, didn't Red Dead Redemption need that? I mean, just a single player mode, but I don't know. Yeah, game stuff. Game stuff. Oh, what's up, old bigs? I was just telling everyone I gotta be drawing all the monkeys I can, dude. How you doing tonight? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. So yeah, I gotta come up with a promotion show. Like, can't do art bros because Joe's got art bros. So I gotta come up with a show. And figure out what times to do it. Doing good, man. Doing good. Doing a unnecessarily complicated lighting pass on my thumbnails because I've got my whole comic laid out now, 24 pages, and Joe's like, I can't really make anything out because unlike thumbnails, these are drawn out like this. So the whole comic book page with nothing but a bunch of line work. So I was like, oh, let me give you a value pass. And this is what happens when I do a value pass. I kind of start going a little full throttle. It's practice, like for the actual final render. Like none of this is final render. I'm basically going to take these images and superimpose them and then start doing a final draft version over top. So basically all this is going to get redone all over from blank page, but just on top of these things, not using this image, but using as a guideline for placement and all that. So once I get these done, then me and Joe work on them and get them adjusted. Yeah. Wonder how many times I've said that this episode. Oh no! It's been a while since the way hasn't been on. And if I'm correct, Karatapano had a test today for his kick, I think. Oh, I forgot the name of it too. Would have been impressive if I remembered it. Hori, something Hori. Kima Hori. We'll see how close I am if he jumps in. But so all this is just random controlled scribbling, throwing values in places to kind of get the detail implied. So when Joe or anyone I'm giving this to pass by goes over it, their imagination fills in, kind of like an impressionism painting. Now, the other thing is do I do a color pass on top of the values, to practice, to land my color palettes down? And then what kind of version of the comic would you call it? I'd just call it the thumbnail. I don't know. Stuff I have to learn moseying through streams and CG. Uh-oh. Not the right thing I wanted to do. Okay, come down. Let's see. Do I need to... No, I need to work up here. I never would have thought that Mo would be a... Oh. It's that Magic the Gathering crack. Can't believe that guy got banned from tournaments for that. That was hilarious. So Viper showed me the lie. I just got Chappelle skits blasting through my head. Cocaine's one hell of a drug. What was that? Wasn't his print sketch. That was the not Charlie Murphy, but who was the... Y'all know who I'm talking about. If you know Chappelle, then I just can't believe I can't remember it. Rick James. Supposedly. All right, Noah, you put Mo up to this, didn't you? This is their plan, guys, to censor me. They know I'll censor myself. Anti-crack propaganda. Oh, wait a minute. Is Mo Biggs in Oregon? Because it might be. Crack is whack, quack. So. Yeah, I really want to make sure my values can kind of get some of these characters popped out when they get lost in certain... I mean, you don't want to be too muddy. So that's the other thing. These scribbles look like if I try to get all that, it starts getting really muddy right in here. So there's like big black shapes that I have to come in and start chunking some stuff up with. I'm not encouraging anybody for that. Oh, what up, Joe?
What's up? What's up?
What's up, bro?
I have made it.
You have.
I have
Right when the convo is getting heated. Your favorite subject. Yeah.
What's my subject?
I try to tell people you went to rehab for it, but they just keep talking about it.
You talking about my mental disorder?
That's what you want to call it. I thought it was a drug issue, but okay.
Okay.
No. How did you pass your kick test?
Oh, my karate test, or Oh yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, and what was the name of the kick? Hori?
No,
Nidon
Gary.
Nidon Gary. That's what it was.
Nidon Gary.
I just needed to hear the Nidon part. Yeah, I was way off. Sorry, guys. Then you all made wagers on that.
I still suck at it. You have to be really limber. It's definitely not my best kick, but what can you do?
Well, you passed. What'd you get? An F?
I mean, I don't give you a grade. It's a pass-fail.
No, I know.
Obviously. But where's your bro at?
He wasn't able to make it in tonight.
Oh, that's interesting because he backed the bike. He backed the motorcycle.
Oh, he did?
I thought he was going to be here so I could thank him.
Oh, well.
But
that's awesome, dude.
That is great. I got a stream on Black Rose. B Rose has got me on.
When's that happening tonight?
At 9, yeah, right after this.
Okay, cool. I was just telling everybody I got to start skulking in all the other streams. My problem was, dude, is I subscribed to everyone using my alternate account instead of my Zade Studio account. So that's why when I pop up in streams, you'll see Jade Nargilus pop up and say, "Hell, chat," and then I'm like, "Oh shit, okay, I got a switch account, go in there, and it's Hell, chat."
Yeah, nobody knows who you are.
No. So.
Yeah, that happens. That's why I'm really cautious. I do want to make a Veravia Studios stream, but I'm so close to making 1,000 that I'm like, it's dumb, man. I'll just keep it my name, and we'll.
I was just kind of saying too is I want to get a promotion show like Art Bros that we've been doing over here. So I got to come up with some titles or some themage.
Yep.
And figure out what schedule works best. But yeah, gotta get back to a community inspired me. So
indeed, for sure. So you're doing a value pass. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, and I loved your message to me when I sent you my first few pages of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, I told you, I'm just gonna do a simple light overpass, and and then you're like, I love how you say, "Oh, I'm just gonna do a light pass," and then this is what's popping up out of it. I mean.
Yeah, I should have known. When I think value, when I think a quick value pass, I think two-tone. That is not the Jeremy way.
No, it's not.
I thought you were going to separate like the foreground and the background.
That was my initial thought. That really was my initial. I promise. I swear to you, it was. The problem is when rendering a bunch of twisted gnarl roots and stuff. What's a plane?
Oh, yeah. I hear you.
But there's still a foreground, middle ground, background as far as values. I gotcha, and that's what I should have kept it at.
But there is a point, like on this page here, you may want to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do right now. Is come up under it and be like, this needs to be brightened up a bit.
Well, but also you might want to go.
Break it up.
Go super dark and put like a foreground, a super foreground.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. I do. Probably right here, popping it. Boom. So let's see. I'll do that right on top. There will be a little bit of weird anomaly stuff happen as I go through that, and then I have to turn off. Hold on. There we go.
So I downloaded. I know I gave you like this template. And you're in Photoshop anyway, but I downloaded a free one from Jimmy Ray's his Eclipse Studio page template.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool because it's not like a layer. It's like in Eclipse Studio. There's like it's almost like a separate guide layer. It's not a guide. I forget what they call it. It's like a page setup layer or something.
Yeah.
And he's got them set up with all the boundaries.
Nice.
And whatnot. It's pretty cool. He's got it for free too. So if you ever go that route,
gotcha.
That's the weird part about Clip Studio. Like it doesn't do a lot of the things Photoshop does, and half the time I hate myself for not having Photoshop anymore. But the other half the time, I'm loving what they do well.
For sure.
Yeah. And one of those things is the perspective ruler. I don't know if you saw Bancroft's post about it.
No, I didn't. But anything that makes perspective rulers so much faster to draw, I mean, cool. Go for it. I really like kind of getting in the habit of drawing your own in a shorthand form, but then the perspective is never perfect. You get what I'm saying? So you have to kind of come back, and that's what I expect to do from here is take these quick perspectives and bring them into the final version and perfect them in that draft. None of this art is going to be in the final comic. Does that make sense?
Oh, I mean, well, that's the whole point of
yeah.
I'm sure.
But
all right,
so what is I guess the reason why the crack came up was because I was talking about Bancroft's crackhead version of the Lucient. So I
think it's just called the Lucent. It's just to correct you. I think it's just Lucent, right?
Oh, the Lucent. Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
But dude, if you should start calling it the Lucient, and I'll follow you later on that one.
I was kind of thinking, I was a little inspired after you gave me the whole. I love how you say that's, you're just going to do a light pass.
Yeah,
because that did happen after watching and hearing about this.
The
crackhead version. So I was like, okay. And then learning about ash cans on Art Bros. And I was like, oh, okay. So what I'm doing right now might not be for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I do expect us to go through it, hack it up, and reorganize some stuff possibly, or rewrite some lines or whatever. But I want you to see what I see. And that's
the thing is, the problem for me, this is all helping you because you're realizing the world as you're going. On the page. But for
I'll
me,
get you descriptions. I don't
even need descriptions. I can probably tell and give you notes on what you have already. That's the only thing.
Right.
Like maybe the subtle things that I'm seeing that that you may or may not have noticed or whatever. I probably can see already without you doing the extra pass, or not. But I think I can get a good judgment.
I think if I gave you the notes along with those scribbles, then but it's just hard on your eyes, and you're not really quite too sure what I'm seeing just with those lines. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But for example, the top panel there. Just the contours. I can tell what's going on, and I can envision kind of what you're going for.
So just fill those in with flat, different value grays, and
without that, I can tell the composition works.
Okay,
and that's all that matters. I don't need to know,
all of it.
I'm worried about storytelling, not about execution.
For sure.
Not even worried. I'm just that's what the pass would be.
Okay, all right. So I need to stop dilly-dallying and get you an annotated version.
Yes, that is indeed what I would need. I was going to throw something up in chat, which everybody knows and loves.
Art Circuit.
It's popping off right now, guys. I don't even. I also have one other stream coming on.
Congrats on the bike, dude.
Yeah, it's going pretty well. We're selling some bikes right now. I think we can get to 20 by the time we close, but they're gonna stay up. They're not going off the page. I just think.
How many Pizarro pizzas do you have ready to order?
What is there a challenge or something?
No, dude, after such a great first book and release, dude, after you get everything fulfilled and everything, it'd be like. You get your Pizarro pizza, you get your Yingling,
I got that
on wine recently, so
I bought some original art.
There you go.
And I've already, and I'm reinvesting a lot of the money, obviously, into the next book.
Yes.
But also, I do think there is a little bit of a celebration that needs to happen. However, I'm also buying a house, so don't have a lot of
It was a slight slice of life.
Mo says Joe talks to Jeremy as if he was differently abled as far as his mental capacity goes. Why would I? That's not how I talk to Jeremy. I talk to Jeremy as if this when he's differently able. I don't even know. Is that what they call special kids these days?
Oh, is that? But yeah. Let's go with that. It's the ringer up in here. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Like usually it's the other way around, though. Like it's only that he's doing a comic book right now that I'm able to. I don't know. I feel like I have some sort of not like almost an obligation to be like very cautious.
Direct.
Direct and cautious.
Why cautious? Why cautious?
Because I mean, Jeremy, and maybe this is what he's talking. Maybe this is the tone of voice he's getting at. What I'm saying is, I usually have to pull you back from the edge. I always have to like grab your collar before you jump off a cliff. But not for killing yourself.
How well has that worked?
Not very well, to be honest. However, there's been a couple times I did get to pull you back. And maybe I saved your life, but maybe I stopped you from having fun. You know what I mean? Jumping off the cliff's pretty fun.
What was that? California?
Yeah, maybe that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that also, just I'm sure there's been several that I can't remember. We've done so many things.
Yeah, we have been.
We're like Cabbage Patch Kids. You know what I mean? My buddy. You know what I mean? Cabbage Patch. I don't know where I came up with. I am a little squirmy. I'm squirmy because I'm more nervous about.
Why are you nervous about it?
Nervous about what?
What are you nervous about?
Not really. It's the first close, so I'm like that ending number or that anticipation of what it's going to do. You always get a little nervous, even though there's no reason to be nervous.
For sure. Oh, by the way, I keep meaning to say, but I finally did get everything set up for everyone that backed us, and so it might happen over the weekend. But when it does and is locked in, I'm gonna make a post about it, let everybody know. But yeah, those looks like they're coming.
Oh yeah, nice.
Made the call, figured that out, and lady was like, "Oh, I remember when this came through. What is that? A Zelda character?" Like, no, it's no characters. Oh, for a video game, that's cool.
Yeah, it's weird because you get that with like family members too. You're like, oh, what is that? I was like, because everybody in my
dude, if Jedi was in here, he would straight up say, "I do the same thing." Oh, what's up, Sherry? Mm-hmm. But yeah, Jedi had messaged me the other day, and he was like, "Here's a hint. Guess what?" And he shows me a picture of Winter Soldier, which I didn't know it was Winter Soldier because I didn't watch many of the Marvel movies. But
good for you, man. I'm not even.
I said something about emo Cold War or something like that, or Bullet for My Valentine, like aluminum foil, something like that. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Dude, no, it's Civil War." And I'm like, I'm definitely like that grandparent that thought they were buying the right thing during Christmas, but totally bought the knockoff version. And then I even sounded like going back. I was like, "Oh, come on. It was Winter Soldier. It was an easy mix-up." Now I'm like, and that even sounds like the grandparent.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you can easily start sounding that way. Yes. Okay, so
are you talking about me specifically? Thanks, Joe.
Noah's saying, read Mo's comment. He says, now Joe is trying to talk fast his way out of this like he was a hug salesman. I don't think he means rug salesman at Jeremy's special school. That's like the Jeremy's special school sells that whole. I got you a shag.
It was like Xavier's school for.
I don't know. Get out of my head, Charles.
I'm only pulling magnetic energy from spoons or sporks, metal sporks. That's the only thing that's magnetic to me or something.
Right. What if you could do it only with like stainless steel?
No, he meant hug.
Not all metal.
Just stainless.
Yeah, just stainless.
just stainless. Yeah.
I guess that is kind of more witty if it is a hug salesman. I feel like the rug salesman maybe is a cliche thing. I just went for it. Rugs. People sell rugs. People sell vacuums. You know, who knows?
Mattresses, washing machines.
Yeah, I just figured any kind of door-to-door salesman. You know, it didn't matter what you said. You could have just said
I'm the
salesman.
mighty work boy.
Yeah.
Earnest movies, dude. Earnest movies.
Like,
Kids, anybody like Noah, get into some Ernest, dude.
Mm.
Go find some Ernest.
I'm not an Ernest guy, so we could have a debate there. However,
what childhood comedian was your thing? We've done the whole Bill Nye versus Beekman's World.
Which side are you? You're a Beekman guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I had Beekman's. We had the Beekman's World experiment set.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. What kind of experiments did it have in it?
You know, simple stuff. You know, like the Coke with what do you put in the Coke that makes it fizzle up and fizzle up?
Mentos?
Yeah, Mentos or something. Something. It was like one of those things. It was like a very simple reaction. There's like a lot of magnets, you know, kind of stuff.
Are you trying to, simplify the language for me, Joe?
Yeah, dude, I'm trying to sell you a rug, dude.
I'm trying to sell you a rug.
I got so many rugs to sell.
Hilarious.
So
but no, Joe, I'm on page 7 of getting the draft done. So I've got everything up to page 7 as far as this value pass. But of course, the whole book is done. Drafted out at least. So
yeah, so you don't I wouldn't say you'd have to do that to every page before you can give it to me.
Actually, some of the pages already kind of did slightly some of that stuff too. So there's going to be a giant jump. I kind of just want to do it for myself to go, I scribbled a comic book. Like that's legible and readable and go, okay, where do I artistically take that? Like, do I do a color pass to practice what my color scheme is going to be and do that for every book? Because again, that's the other thing about looking at all your pages is making sure color theme and values and everything is flowing nicely. So I kind of did it like this so I can expedite a few processes, but then you're not expediting if you have to redraw a lot of this or remove some of this. But then again, not really, because there's the lasso tool and then nudge it over and then I'm done, laying certain things out. And then when I go into the real comic book, I'll redraw, but keep all that alignment, placement, I guess,
I get that
alignment.
It's a totally different process for me, but I did those 3 Star Circuit pages before I did the whole book. And that's kind of what you're doing, but in a different way.
Well, if I'm going to get an Indiegogo pre-campaign page going, got to be able to show some stuff. And I could have just shown one frame here, one frame there, but I'm trying to get at least the first 3 pages somewhere near done. So once I give you this and you go through, you're like, yeah, those 3 pages probably don't need to change.
Right.
But, then again, those are the most crucial ones. So, and it's like, if you don't grab their attention off those first 3, then what am I going to do? I'm going to have to redraw or implant or reorganize or... Because I've already been doing that too. I've been adding a couple frames here and there because someone else, Smiley, was giving me a suggestion that if you're talking about it, show it. But I'm like, if I do that every time someone just mentions the past or something from the past, I know I need to show that somewhere, the event and everything. But every time it comes up, seems like I can't reference it unless I have the.
You pick and choose.
Right. So that's, again, the other reason I want to get it all done and then show it to you and be like, this is what I'm trying to do, because then I can't argue with any of your adjustments. You know what I mean? Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Hugs come at Apex backer price tag. So is Joe giving the hugs out?
Yeah, we're going to have a Star Circuit convention in 5 years. And you can tally them up and we'll 5 years we'll meet up. We'll meet up at Disney World, and we'll all be vaccinated by then. And we'll do it.
Says you
fun time.
Never.
I will never get the vaccination. We'll be on version 5.0 by then. So I've got to chop over to B-Rose. I think
All right,
he
dude.
sent me the link already. But it's been real.
It's been real.
You know, I always enjoy hanging. Sorry to get on sooner. You know, it's been a crazy day. I freaking
It's okay.
I streamed for 2 hours with Comics Mate last night till 2 a.m. and it was just it was a rough day today.
Yeah, you definitely out on the corner.
Yep.
with
Before I
Star
go, Mo Big says, "I'm just glad Star Circuit isn't relying on a rug tier." The project for
Whoa, hold on. We got a new perk now. Just to let you guys know, my little brother Josh is also a carpenter who makes furniture on the side. I was this close in the last month. We already had like the discussion. He was going to make a coffee table with the Beckon logo branded into the side, and it was going to be one of those epoxy pour tables.
No, that's sweet.
Yeah, but
all right. Well, I got to hop off.
Furniture sale.
See you guys over there.
Ridiculous. All right, later, Joe. Yeah, like I said, guys, the furniture idea, they got a little out there, but anyway. Jeremy will get revenge on Joe for the disrespect by bringing free hug sign to the convention. No, he can do all he wants, man. If he's bringing the hugs, he's bringing the attention. So, I mean, I wouldn't hug him. You know, when he's wearing the tank top, anyways. But yeah, I am glad he's kind of watching out, making sure I'm not making too many bad mistakes. Should be bringing the. So my older brother went on for a whole like Art Bros one or a Beckon stream once, going off about. What was it, guys? It was I can't believe it was Moose's. Or no, we already went through that. That's what started Moose, and he was referencing Monty Python. And the whole time, it was lost on my awareness, and then I remembered watching the credits roll and paying attention, and yeah. Well, that made it go a little bit easier, having Joe come in and bounce some stuff off. Probably be the voice of the people watching me do this. What are you doing? I'm so nervous, so scared for you, man. Maybe it was just his excuse to try to give me a hug. Maybe that was it. You know, Joe's an emotional guy. All right. Well, guys, thank you for showing up again. Oh, it was a bit interesting. Those were the updates. Like I said, I have hinted at what I've been talking about, but I don't want to officially say it until I know everything's set and done. So it will be. I shall give you guys an update. Like I said, it'll be probably in the form of the email through the Indiegogo campaign. If I can still, it'll be an update. So like when you make the updates, it should email anyone who was attached to it. If that's not the case, I'll let you guys know, you know, through social media posts and all that stuff. Or, you know, if you don't follow us and you just wanted the game or something, you know, hey, you might see something pop up in the mailbox. As just a little bit, thank you. But it is 9 o'clock, guys. You guys have a very safe and creative, fulfilled, adventurous weekend. All right. Thank you all so much for showing up. Show up next time. Art Bros on Wednesdays. Keep up with our social medias. If you don't know where that is, it's Zade Studios on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and then our Twitter's Studio Zade. Go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to this. We got to jump these numbers up. But guys, thank you all so much again. Have a good night.